What's up, everybody? That guy again, coming at you with question number 2 in exposing the ignorance of the Globetard belief.
Hello everyone, and welcome once more to Mr. Sensible's channel. I am Mr. Sensible. Today, as you've seen, we're going to be having a look at that guy again. He has a question that apparently is going to dumbfound all us globetards. Well, thankfully, I have all you guys with me and my wonderful patrons. Massive thanks to my amazing patrons, including new patrons Chris Kelling and David Cooley, John Bunker, Sky Wizardless, and my newest patron TC Lucas. Thank you each and every one of you. As ever, thank you very much for your support. So, Mr. That Guy, ask your question.
We'll continue with the second 100% proof against the globe that the Globetard cannot seem to understand.
Ooh, a toughie for us globetards. Looking forward to it.
So let me try to put this into perspective. If you needed a balloon, if you wanted to throw a birthday party for a friend or a relative, and they wanted a balloon, how many times would you fill the balloon, let it go, watch it fly around the room, deflate and fall to the ground, pick it up, blow air into it, watch it fly around the room, fall to the ground, repeat over and how many times would you repeat this before tying a knot in it and using common sense? You laugh, you say, once? Never? I would always tie a knot in it? That's just fucking basic common knowledge? It's common sense?
So, that's your question. This is going to destroy the globe Earth. This is going to throw out all of established science. How many times do you blow up a party balloon before you decide to tie a knot in it? Really?
You say that, but believing in the globe proves otherwise.
Yeah? I've got to hear this.
Evidently, some people would do this shit for like 5-6 years. Years! Months and months for others, you know? Like, Simon Dan is still doing this shit for like 6 years. Conspiracy Cats or Baldy Cats or Bob the Science Guy are all picking up a balloon, blowing into it and letting it go. Confused, just so confused about why the gas won't stay in the balloon. While the rest of us flat earthers, science knowledgeable people with common sense and an IQ above 30 understand you're going to need to tie a knot if you want the pressure to stay in the balloon.
Oh, hi, cats. Yeah, conspiracy or Baldy? Cool. Listen, I've got the answer. Stop blowing up that balloon unless you're willing to tie a knot in it. You're wasting your time otherwise. Yeah, that guy said. I can't believe it. I know he always comes out with dumb, but I think he's actually onto something this time. Okay, alright mate. Yeah, see you then. Bye.
So how long are you going to keep picking up this balloon and filling it up and letting it go before you realize the fucking problem?
Well, no more thanks to you. Now we know. We'll tie a knot in it. We're good to go. Cheers, that guy.
Can't quite grasp the concept of the container needing to contain the pressure.
Right, stop that. Silly.
No, that guy. I think it's you that has failed for 2 rather large reasons. 1, you're putting air into that balloon at a higher pressure than the atmosphere around. So it's going to want to rush out and equalise. And secondly, your container, the balloon, is made of rubber. It's elastic and it's going to want to contract.
What the fuck is so hard about this?
I know. That's the question we've been asking you flat earthers for ages.
But gravity! But gravity!
Gravity has nothing to do with why your balloon collapses.
Nope. The gas pressure is moving in all directions. According to your model of gravity, it would only be moving down. So if you filled the balloon and didn't tip it over and held it like this, where the open end was up, gravity should still be holding it into the balloon.
I really can't believe you just said that.
Nope, you need to think. I said the word think. Don't you think it would? That's the problem. The Globetard obviously cannot think. You wonder why we call the Globetard brainwashed. It's the inability to think beyond what you were programmed with.
No, what you're talking about is basic common sense and an education. You seem unable to grasp why a balloon goes down. That doesn't say much about your level of thinking.
And if you can't even listen and comprehend the globe or the flat earth arguments, that means you're brainwashed.
I don't think there are any arguments from a flat earth. As you are just demonstrating, there is rather a lot of misunderstanding, rather a lack of knowledge, and altogether too much Dunning Kruger.
You don't understand basic principles of life and basic laws of physics. But the gradient, you don't understand. See, down here the surface is 14.7, and then as you go up it's less and less, and then at the surface it's near zero. Gradient. Oh shit. Why didn't we think of gradient?
Because in your example of the balloon, gradient has nothing to do with it. You do realise there's a difference between gas pressure and atmospheric pressure. Forget your rubber container, forget your balloon. You've got a container. If you pump gas into it, it's at a higher pressure than the surrounding atmosphere. So if you don't tie a knot in it or close a valve, it will rush out to equalise. Atmospheric pressure is a totally different thing. That's just the weight of the atmosphere above pressing down. You really must grasp the difference between the two.
Oh, because gradient also requires a container and is the fucking cause of the pressure. The effect of gradient is pressure.
The atmospheric pressure gradient doesn't require a container. Why should it? At the top, there's next to nothing there at all. So why do you need something to contain it?
The weight of the atmosphere above creates pressure below, just like swimming in a fucking swimming pool.
My goodness, that's right. The weight of the atmosphere above pressing down gives you your atmospheric pressure, whereas in your container, your balloon or gas canister, the pressure is caused by cramming lots and lots of gas in there. A different thing. That's not caused by weight.
To have gradient of a fluid or gas, you're going to need a container. You don't believe me? Go out to your yard, run the hose in your front yard, and let me know when you have a swimming pool.
You're gonna need a bigger
Cheese.
Or any kind of water to swim into, to feel the gradient. that you speak of, this uncontained gradient.
And I thought that you flat earthers were so big on water finds its own level. What do you expect? To suddenly get a nice pile of water for you to swim in? The difference with the atmosphere is there is so much of it, it covers the entire Earth. And then gets thicker and thicker, deeper and deeper. If you had an endless supply with your hose, then eventually you would fill up the world until you had water all over it. That's not going to happen anytime soon, though.
It's not going to happen laying your hose in the grass and tie a knot in your balloon. For the love of God, you're embarrassing yourself.
I think it might be you that is embarrassing yourself. If only your dad had tied a knot in it.
Let's see if any globe defender even attempts to answer one of these questions. Highly doubtful. The quickest way to shut up a globetard? Just ask him a question. Just ask him any question at all. You'll never, ever, ever, ever get an answer. They can't do it.
Well, I seem to have answered you, that guy. How about flat earthers answer some questions like, how do seasons work? How do eclipses work? Why does the sun actually set? Why can't we see the edge of the Earth? How come the shadow of the Earth on the moon during an eclipse is always round, so the Earth must be spherical? How about you answer anything? How about you provide just the slightest bit of evidence?
The truth should fear no investigation. The truth doesn't need to hide its eyes and cover its ears like a fucking coward and deflect and ignore.
Quite right, that guy. So I'll look forward to your video answering any one of those questions.
Simon Dan, I'm talking to you. Baldy conspiracy douche, I'm talking to you. Bob, the science illiterate guy, I'm talking to you.
Oh, I feel left out now.
Till next time, start thinking, keep it flat, I'm out.
That guy. I'm afraid that you have just demonstrated such a total lack of understanding. Your whole balloon argument is something that an 8-year-old would understand. Is that really the best you can come up with? Well, I have answered your question. I would like you to tackle one of those questions I posed back to you, but I guess I probably will have to wait a while. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Please remember to like the video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Just hit mini-me down in the corner and remember to hit the notification bell so you get alerted to my new content. Until next time, guys, stay sensible.
Shut up and sit down.